Hello people, Nosy here, back again for another video. I'm using an online stopwatch. The reason why is because I want to try and keep into time and I want to try and do my thoughts video within about 10 minutes at the very most, or even less if I can possibly get it all in. So my Auto Assembly 2013 thoughts. These are my thoughts for the convention. I thoroughly enjoyed myself immensely. It was a fantastic, awesome, brilliant week. Fantastic. Did I say awesome? I think I did. Yes, I'll say it again. Awesome weekend. Um, much alcohol was consumed, and much junky food was consumed also. And yeah, I mean, I kind of went off my diet this time around, but hey ho. Um, I'm back on it now, anyways. I've kind of started it again today. Cutting out all the fizzies and beer and stuff. Um, so yes, the weekend was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed myself immensely. Um, Meeting all the new people that went there. I apologise if I miss anybody out. It's not my intention to miss anybody out, but I just cannot remember everybody's name in my head. But those that went for the first time, I think was Armour Reviews, Tom. It was his first time. Predaking 79, I believe it was his first time. I could be wrong there, but I've only seen him this year. That was the first time. Tomo, no, I think it was his second, I think, actually. Um, who else did I meet for the first time? I think I met the Fallen 835 for the first time because he did go last year, but I do not remember seeing him. So I'm going to class it as my first time meeting him. A really nice girl called Patrina. Um, how many different names she was called? Because a lot of people just couldn't pronounce her name. It's Patrina, but a lot of people couldn't pronounce it. They were calling her either Katrina or something else, or Alan or Smith or something else. Um, but yeah, Patrina, she was an absolute delight to be around. She was really, really nice. Me, Monkey, Phil, Ratchet 25, Sam, she was a Firestorm. Who else? Patrina. What? I don't know. Basically, Rob the Fallen. Sorry. There was about five of us, and we ended up being a bit of a, we ended up making our little, like our own little posse. Um, we all kind of hung out with each other mainly on the Saturday, and yeah, it was brilliant. Meeting all the new ones that were there for the first time was awesome. Oh, Ed Bubble Jumper 82 for the first time. Stuart, the Mighty Grimlock for the first time. So yeah, it was really great meeting you. If I spoke to you and I've missed your name, I do apologise. And if it was your first time going and you did speak to me, I apologise because I literally cannot remember everybody I met for the first time. Um, so obviously, I also again James, Jim, Monkey. Absolute pleasure meeting you again. And also Phil Ratchet 25. Unfortunately, he had to go home fairly early into the convention. He went home on the Saturday after the convention finished. Real big sobbing shame. I missed. Everybody missed Phil after that. It was kind of a shame, but hey ho. Yeah, basically everybody that I met last year for last year was quite a few people's first time, and this year's was second. So if I met you and I said hello and I shook your hand, you know who you are, and thank you for making it a great weekend. Also, people I met again, Timmy. Sorry, he's not like being called Timmy personally, so I'll call him Matt. Um, Jamie, Magic Man, J-Bot, Silver Moon, Sam, Tomo, Live for Everything, Die for Nothing. Um, um, is it Amy? I've forgotten. I think it's Amy, the girl, the from America that did the t-shirts. I think I'm right. Um, Andy, Cover Commander, Dave, um, Dave, Kyle Graham, Sammy, Dodie, Exilian, Brad, Luffy, and Bobs. So yeah, so all those awesome people that I met again, that I met for the first time in 2010, and I've been friends with ever since for the last 4 years. It's been this year's was my fourth consecutive year of going to Water Assembly. And yeah, it was just an honour and a privilege to meet all of you. It really was. Those that I exchanged a awesome hug. Oh, how could I forget Antonis Pram and his lovely other half, and also Graham, is it? Graham and Becca, or Becky. It was absolutely fantastic to meet both of those. Both of them were a lovely couple. And I just want to thank Graham for putting the price down on Beast Wars Inferno for me. I've been after Beast Wars Inferno for a long time. I've got him out the box today, and he's beautiful. So thank you for putting the price down for me. That was really appreciated. Um, so yes. Oh, and Jeff Sproul, the guy that commented on my nipples last year, saying my nipples were awesome. Um, that was a conversation I probably would never like to relive through again. But yeah, it was amazing. Oh, and Baz came for one day, and God Pikachu, TW Pikachu, he came for the first time as well. Well, he came for one day only. He came, I think, on the Saturday. I think TW Pikachu came on the Saturday only, and Baz came Sunday only, which was a shame. It would have been nice to have seen him and have a bit more of a conversation with him throughout the weekend, but you do what you got to do, I suppose. So yeah, it was amazing. The opening ceremony was awesome. All the different voice actors that went, Dan Gilvezan, Steve Bloom, and Neil Kaplan, and all the awesome comic book artists that made it. It was really cool. And just to let people know, I have got a little bit of the opening ceremony, but I think it's from halfway on. I didn't get everybody from start to finish. I kind of started about halfway through the guests, but it doesn't really matter. Also, it was just great. It was just a great weekend. I really needed it after another crappy year, really, of ups and downs, and you know, yeah, it's been a great year for me, really. Because of mistakes that I've made on my part, and also, some stupid decisions I've made throughout this whole year, and it's kind of made me feel like a complete and utter idiot. And I needed this weekend to kind of forget about those mistakes, and it worked. It really did. It worked very much. Also met, sorry, I keep forgetting, George and Ray. I didn't get to really talk to George much. I got to talk to Ray. I just want to thank Ray for his for coming up to me, because he was a bit concerned about myself on the whole situation with Bubs and things like that. And basically, I just want to thank you very much for thinking of me like you did and coming up to me and making sure I was all right. I really appreciate that, Ray. And also, who else was it that came? No, I think that was it. Yeah. Adam White. I'm sorry, Adam White. He also gave me a bit of support, and if I ever needed some help. So thank you again to you. I think this is going to go over 10 minutes, but I'm only going to take a couple of minutes after 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So thank you to everybody that supported me and give me all that support that I really did need. I appreciate very much. I really do. Also, one thing I need to talk about with the opening ceremony. I didn't get it, unfortunately, because obviously nobody was expecting it. But James Roberts, who was one of the guests of one of the comic book artists and writers on More Than Meets the Eye and The Wreckers, to be more exact. And basically, there was a special message from Jack Angel, the guy who played G1 Ultra Magnus and Astro Train and stuff. And he basically, of basically what happened very recently in a recent issue with More Than Meets the Eye, with Ultra Magnus meeting his peril in such a way that he did. I mean, I've not actually read that yet, but I'm so looking forward to reading that issue from More Than Meets the Eye. And basically, it was Jack Angel kind of like having a big ranting argument that he recorded, and they played it to James and throughout everybody that was there for the Saturday. And they played it again on the Saturday evening for the script reading and all that kind of stuff. The script reading was brilliant. It was really funny. It was great to see Steve Bloom and Dan Gilvezan and Neil Kaplan doing their thing alongside Nick Roche and the others that were a part of it. Um, but yeah, they played it again, the same thing, the Jack Angel's argument, but it was the uncensored version, which had the word F-U-C-K in it, or fuck. So yeah, it was that was just funny. The other thing that also made the weekend for me was Jim Monkey. Basically, me, Sam, Patrina, Phil, Rat Trap, and Rob, um, all of us went to we're going to Frankie and Benny's, which is in the airport. And basically, Birmingham NEC is literally about a 5-10 minute walk from the hotel we were staying at, in distance. And you had to go through that multiple times in order to, get something to eat or get some cash out or whatever you wanted to do. And it's an expedition centre, NEC, and it's closed multiple times a year. And when you walk through there, you just think it's like you're walking on a set of a zombie movie. And it was absolutely brilliant. It really was what James did. He was pretending to be a zombie. If you do not believe me, right, my good friend Sam Jose Firestone, he has basically uploaded the bit of footage that he recorded of James doing it. What I'm going to do is in the description box below, if you check it out, if you check the description below, you'll find the link and you can go and check it out. It's had quite a lot of interest, and it's had a lot of positive feedback, and it is just hilarious. And he did that multiple times. He made me collapse in hysterics. James, you made the weekend for me. That was the most funniest thing I've ever witnessed, and you made me laugh my tits off, literally. It was funny, awesome. It was just brilliant. So thank you for that. I really needed that bit of a meltdown of laughing and literally collapsing on the floor twice. It was funny. It was brilliant. So yeah. What else can I talk about? I think I just about hit everything on the head, really. But yeah, so I'm going to bring it to an end now because I don't want to make it too long for you. So thank you very much for those people that made it a very special year again. Those people that I saw for the first time, those people I saw for the second time, those people I saw for maybe the fourth time, from when I first went. Everybody that I spoke to, everybody that I had a great time with, and everybody that I had a beer with and hugged, and all the bromance that was going around. It was a pleasure, and I cannot wait for Art Assembly next year to come around. It cannot come around fast enough. So thank you very much. See you later, and goodbye.